My name is Jamarl Thomas. This is the Progressive Soapbox. You can say Soapbox After Dark. No, there's not a fire. There's incense that's a little bit out of control right now, but that's okay. So I want to talk about the lineups that are going to take place for the Democratic debates that are coming up on July 30th and 31st. They have just been drawn. Sour tomatoes to one Bernie Sanders. And I don't necessarily know if that's a thing, but goddammit, I'm going to run with it. Sour tomatoes for Bernie Sanders. Radishes. You had the opportunity in the last debate to be more straight and more straightforward and you going after Joe Biden, and you didn't do it, and you will not get that opportunity in the second debate because Bernie Sanders will not be on the same debate stage as one Joe Biden. So, for the first night, there's going to be Marianne Williamson, Oprah Winfrey's spiritual guru. That's not a slight. Delaney, Hickenlooper, Ryan, Bullock, Klobuchar, O'Rourke, Buttigieg, Warren, Sanders. Now, I don't know what's going to take place between Warren and Sanders. I doubt much of anything. I don't think Sanders is going to hit. I don't think he's going to hit Warren, nor do I think Warren is necessarily going to hit Sanders, even though she may try to find some distinction between them. Because in an odd way, based on the polling stats, the people who are supporting Sanders and the people who are supporting Warren have, oddly enough, there's commonalities, but not as many commonalities as I would think. By the same token, the small dollar donations that Sanders was receiving, Warren has caught up to him and surpassed him in those. So that's a bit of a worrying trend that I don't necessarily like. But let's go to the second night. But nevertheless, whether I like it or not is what it is. But they seem to be pulling from the same pool of people, which, again, that was expected, to be honest. So let's keep going. Second night. Night 2, July 31st. Inslee, Gillibrand. She's still in this race. Gabbard, Bennett, de Blasio, who has an officer on the beat that he has not fired yet and is pretending that he doesn't have the power to do so. The most disliked man in this race, literally, by polling anyway. Booker, Yang, Castro, Harris, and one Joe Biden. Smelling people's hair all the way. So let me repeat that. First night, July 30th, Williamson, Delaney, Hickenlooper, Ryan, Bullock, Klobuchar, O'Rourke, Buttigieg, Warren, and one Mr. Feel the Burn, who missed his opportunity on the first night, Bernie Sanders, who's, by the way, in the polling, still in number 2 spot, at least if you're talking about the national polls. I don't know what the polls are like in Iowa, New Hampshire, so forth. And I have seen some polls in California that have shown him slip to 3rd. So, but the debates are where you distinguish yourself. And we're so far out right now that it's hard to know what this stuff looks like. So you have to take it with a grain of salt. However, as these debates are getting closer and closer to the time to take the actual vote, it will matter. Sanders, of all these candidates, has more money on hand than anybody else. So that is a feather in his cap, if anything. Inslee, Gillibrand, second night, wins July 31st. Inslee, Gillibrand, Gabbard, Bennett, de Blasio, Booker, Yang, Castro, Harris, and Joe Biden. Now, Joe Biden gets off the hook here. Joe Biden gets off the hook. Because the conflict that Joe Biden has been having with Bernie Sanders over Medicare for All has gotten more strident. It has gotten more sharp. And especially over the last week, where Joe Biden has essentially relegated himself to lying about Medicare for All. CNN has even fact-checked him on it and said that Joe Biden was lying about Medicare for All. And he was doing this at AARP audience, where he was essentially trying to scare the audience. He was trying to scare the audience. He was acting as if they were going to somehow lose their health care. That was a lie. That was an outright lie. Whatever you want to think of Medicare for All, you can take all sorts of shots at it, but that particular point is a outright lie. So I'm not going to keep this long. It's late. It's Soapbox After Dark. If you guys enjoy the content, please feel free to share, like, subscribe. You can always support the PayPal or Patreon. Thanks all. Bye-bye.